But this is the container working group that's been going for a number of months, coming back with one of their updates. We'll pass here to David Sturs and Bala K to cover what's been happening.
All right. Hi, everyone. So happy to share an update and to promote the working group. I would like to give you an overview about why we exist, where we sit, how we work, what we do next, and why we need you. I'm here with Bala today. So I'm can I go one back? Okay, so I'm a practitioner and I'm also the chair of the SIG Containers group and the working group for Container Cost Allocation. And I'm here with Bala, who's the tech lead. Okay. So yeah, the overall mission and vision and goals of the SIG Containers, and then why the working group Container Cost Allocation exists. So Bala and me, we are pretty aligned that the FinOps Foundation produces very much valuable content. There's a lot of things to read from the framework and also the projects with the capabilities and such. So, but we have the feeling that we should produce more practical real-world examples, bite-sized, that you can consume, that we are going to produce, and that you can hook up and link to the framework capabilities and all these things. So this is also our goal, and that's we would like to show you in one use case that we made up for achieving that. So where we sit is actually from the there's one first deliverable that we produced of the SIG containers, which is calculating container costs. You might be aware of this, and we link back our work to this one. Can you next? Okay, so and also when it comes to the framework and capabilities, you may have noticed that there's a cost allocation page and extensive document already, and we are not about to change that. It's more that we're going to apply this, or maybe we feedback to this, what you can read here. And actually, again, we are trying to produce best practices and really deliverables that you can use in your daily work and challenges around container cost allocation. And here I would like to hand over to Bala.
Sure, thanks, David. So to get started, we ran a survey early this summer within the FinOps community, asking people to stack rank the container problem space. They would like the working group to get or target contents on. So the results were in a surprise. The top two were the container cost allocation itself and the container cost optimization. Since today's summit session revolves around the culture of accountability, also wanted to point out that in our survey results, that was actually one problem space as well. So we would start working on a lot of those contents, and we want, if interested, we would like more volunteers. So please do reach out. Next slide, JR. So the first use case we have taken up is the most common one with a lot of organizations running into, and that is specific to the Container Cost Transparency Initiative when using the shared platform. So in our example, we have a shared platform operated by a central platform engineering team, and that platform is used as a deployment target for 20 plus deployments that teams require and that develop business capabilities on it. So we are looking at this use case through a persona lens, trying to understand through the different personas on what the sample assets those personas would be interested, like the example report, the dashboard widgets, tags and labels, deployment YAML file, etc. Questions those persona might need answers to, and also the challenges they run into. Next slide, JR. So the key personas in play for these examples are the executives, finance, procurement, business, product owner, engineering, and operations, like the developers and the platform engineering team that's interested with the task of building the application and deploying it in the shared platform. So the goal literally for the group is to seek and bring actual examples from people who play this role in real life, or do a role play exercise and build requirements with the working group members. So we would then consolidate those challenges from these different personas into runbook and best practices documentation. I think the next slide. So the next step. So we are currently in the midst of drafting a runbook for label schemas and best practices on enforcing labels through our use case example I updated. With that, I'll pass on to David for additional details and outreaches.
Yeah. So now that you learned the actual use case, here's one of the first deliverables we are working on, which is how to get and derive concrete label schema in that style. So this is applying so that you can then apply in your daily work. So we will also come up with a questionnaire and a run book how to get to these kind of label sets that fits your organization and the view that you need. Okay, next. Yeah, also cost dashboards. So we would like to ask the community, everyone that can contribute, also to share maybe their cost dashboards, maybe anonymize it, that would be possible. And we will also produce some content and run book around it. Next, please. Okay, so yeah, so reporting. So we would like to hear from the community around how they report on all kind of costs around container cost allocation. So KPIs and such. That is something we would like to work on. Next one, please. Yeah, and last but not least, the automation policy as code. So myself implemented label compliance using the open policy agent. I'm happy to share this and discuss it with the group. So join us if you're a practitioner. Would be great to have the conversation. And we have a breakout session right now. So feel free to join us, to reach out, to discuss your major challenges that you have currently with your container cost allocation. Happy to help. Join our working group. It's every Thursday. So, and help us to contribute and deliver the content for the community. Thank you.